Okay, good morning. Sa kabila ng pandemya, edukasyon ay mahalaga. Sa kalusugan, dapat maigting ang pangangalaga. Ituloy ang edukasyon at itulay ang kabataan sa magandang kinabukasan. Magandang umaga pong muli. Ako po si Tutor Liz. Makakasama po ulit niyo ako sa isa na namang makabuluhan at kapaki-pakinabang na pag-aaral sa Health Optimizing Physical Education 1. Okay, kamusta po ang lahat? So, sa ngayon po ay inaantay natin ang ating kasama na si Tutor Ariel. So, para samahan po tayo sa ating session for today. Okay. So, tingnan muna natin yung mga shout out natin. Kamustahin muna natin ang ating mga viewers. So, meron na bang mga nag-comment dyan? Yes po. Good morning po. Watching from Ramon Central School, Ramon District, Ramon Isabela. Hello, hello po from Isabela. From Rose Parinas. Hello po, ma'am. Enjoy watching po. So, we have also here from Elisa Bacong. Okay, happy watching po. From Don Restituto Baol Central School, Gingoog City Division. Medyo baliktad ang kanyang pangalan. Siya po ay si Ruby. Recansijul. Okay. Hirap pangalan. Okay, good morning po sa ating lahat. Okay, so muli po, nung tayo na naman po ay nasa Health Optimizing Physical Education subject para po sa ating mga senior high school grade 11. Ito po. Watching from SDO Cabanatuan, Lazaro Francisco Integrated School. Welcome po and good morning po sa ating lahat. From Glen Tuyay, good morning to all. Hello po ma'am, watching from Dolores National High School po. I'm a grade 12 STEM student po from Maria, Jamaica. Welcome and happy learning and happy watching. So today, we will be dealing with module number 3. Okay, so last time we had discussed about module number 2. So ano po yung napag-aralan natin nung nakaraang linggo? So we discussed about the different forms of exercises, to be executed para po sa ating mga resistance training, active exercises, aerobics, and so forth and so on. So today, we will be discussing, I'll be just giving you a glimpse, we will be discussing about intensity, from moderate to vigorous intensity physical activities. Okay? So, good morning po and interact with me sa mga activities po na gagawin natin. So, are we all ready? Bigyan niyo po ako ng thumbs up sa ating comment section. Kung ready na po ang lahat. Pa-thumbs up po. Okay. So, we're now in quarter number 1, module number 3 of Health Optimizing Physical Education. So, our main topic for today is setting a fitness goal, engaging in moderate to vigorous physical activity. So later on, after the discussion, this topic will help you plan or create your own fitness plan, which is intended for you and at the same time based on your capacity and interest. Okay? So I have here objectives in which we will attain later on. So number 1, differentiate moderate from that of vigorous intensity. Number 2, identify exercises that are essential for boosting fitness. Okay? So tingnan natin ano ba yung mga exercises intended for boosting fitness para hindi tayo mabore, Hindi tayo yung paulit-ulit. So, magkaroon ng variety yung activities natin. So, enumerate the principles of exercise. Again, we had discussed this one last week, the 4 principles. And now, we will be reiterating it again for a clearer view of the principles of exercise. And then number 4, proficiently perform fitness activity. Again, proficiently perform a fitness activity. Okay, so based on your own fitness plan. So that will be our objectives in which we will be attaining it at the end of the lesson. Okay. So since tutor and he is assigned to this warm-up exercise, I want everybody back. Okay, and let's have a quick warm-up. So let's start with the head. Head rotation, direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then bend forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right side. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then let's have shoulder rotation backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's have a shoulder stretch. Okay. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then shoulder up. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other arm. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then handshake. Shake, shake, shake. Up, then down. Up, then down. Okay, let's have inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's have inhale, exhale. And for the last time, inhale, exhale. Okay, so we're ready now. So nabuhayan ba ang ating mga dugo? Okay, so minsan kailangan natin kahit nakaupo lang po tayo, let's have some physical activity, konting stretch, konting galaw-galaw para hindi po tayo inaantok o hindi tayo nakakaramdam ng ngalay. Okay, so let's have the next. Bumalik. Okay po, saglit lang. Okay, so I have here an activity. Okay, so I want you to interact with me. So by answering each item. So I have here statements in which these are considered as common beliefs about exercise. Now, you may type in on the chat box your answers. If it's letter F, it's a fact. The statement is a fact. Okay? So just write letter F. Number and then your answer. Okay? While if it's a myth, okay, write letter M. Okay? Ready? So let's start with number 1. So number 1, is it a myth or a fact? Working out on an empty stomach is often considered a good weight loss. Okay? Type in your answer for number 1. Just type number 1 and then your answer. Tingnan nga po natin kung ang ating mga viewers. Okay, just type in. Is it a myth or a fact that working out on an empty stomach daw po is often considered as a good weight loss method? Totoo kaya ito or isa lang itong myth? Okay, can I have the answers? Kindly type in on the chat box. Number 1, ano sa tingin po natin ang sagot? Okay, Ronaldine Ladines answered M, so considered daw po as myth. Joyce Carubio answered, it's a fact. Okay, let us see kung tama nga kanilang sagot. So number 1 is considered as it's a myth. Okay? It's not a guarantee na kakaroon tayo ng weight loss kapag tayo ay walang laman ng ating sikmura. It's a no-no pa nga dapat kasi wala tayong mababurn na calories, okay? Pag walang laman ng ating tiyan. At pwede tayong himatayin dahil nga wala tayong kinain or walang laman ng ating sikmura. So it's a myth, okay? Very good yung sumagot po ng number 1M. Thank you for your responses. Also a myth or a fact. So number 2 statement, if you are not sweating, you will never lose weight and there is no use to exercise. Is it a myth or a fact? If you're not sweating, hindi ka daw nagpapawis, hindi ka daw maglo-lose ng weight. Okay? At wala daw kwenta yung ating ginagawang exercise. Is it a myth or a fact? Now, type in your answer na for number 2. Pakilagay po yung number, yung item number natin. Ma'am Edna Montoya, ito po ay for grade 11 students po. Health Optimizing Physical Education. So para po dun sa mga viewers po natin na nagtatanong po kung ano po subject is HOAN for senior high school grade 11 po. So number 2, okay. So may nakikita ako mga responses. Sabi niya, Lynn Penequito. Okay, tinangyan natin kung tama. According to... Okay. So the correct answer is, yes, correct. It's a myth. Hindi siya guarantee na pag hindi tayo nagpapawis ay hindi rin tayo mag-lose weight at kumbaga wag ating ginagawang exercise. It's not true. Okay? How about number 3? Okay, number 3. Stretch before you exercise because it will condition your muscle. Is it a myth or a fact? Okay? Kindly type in your answer for number 3. So stretch daw before you exercise because it will condition your muscle. Okay. Okay. Number 3, Ronaldine Ladines again. She answered number 3, letter F po. It's a fact. How about Glenn Uyay? Uyay answered, it's a fact. Jocelyn Penequito, it's a fact. Okay, tingnan po natin if it's true or if you are correct with your answers. Okay, number 3, okay, it's a fact. Yes, you have to stretch, especially yung tinatawag po nating warm up because it prepares the body for a more strenuous activities. Bakit tayo nag-warm up? Bakit tayo nag-stretch? To avoid injury and, ano pang tawag natin dito? Yes, injury. To avoid injury at hindi rin mabigla yung katawan natin. Okay? So, how about number 4? Ang sabi dito, aerobic exercise boost your metabolism. Is it a fact or a myth? Okay, type in your answer for number 4. Write down the item number and then your answer for number 4. Aerobic exercise boost your metabolism. So, is it a myth or a fact? Tingnan nga natin ang ating mga sagot, acting responses. Okay, type in your answer on our comment box. Okay, So number 4, Michelle Abad answered, it's a fact. Jocelyn Peniquito, it's a fact. Okay? Ano pa? Sino pang sumagot? So, tingnan natin kung tama ang sagot ng dalawang nabanggit natin. Okay, let's find out if it's number 4 is a fact statement. Okay? Yes, correct. So, aerobic exercise boosts your metabolism. Okay? When we sweat, so yung metabolism process or digestion natin ay mas bumibilis. Okay? Number 5. Okay, last but not the least, we have number 5. Running burns calories daw. Is it a myth or a fact? Let's find out. So, your answer for number 5, kindly type in number 5, running burns calories. Totoo ba to? Okay? So, if it's a myth, type in M. Okay? If it's a fact, just type letter F. Okay? So, number 5, yes, napaka-active naman ni Jocelyn Pedro answered, it's F. Okay? It's a fact daw. Andre Dacles answered, it's a fact. Glenn Tuyay, F. Okay? So, lahat sila sumagot ng F. Tama nga ba yun? So, tingnan po natin. Let's find out. Okay. So, answer for number 5 is fact. Oh, gagaling ng mga estudyante ko. Parang lahat itong mga to ay nag-engage sa physical activity kasi alam nila kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari sa kanila. Okay, at the end of the day. Okay, so moving on. So let's have aerobic exercise. Okay, lagi natin ito naririnig. So when we say aerobic exercise, actually we had discussed this one last week. The different forms of exercises. So yung aerobic exercise natin. So, ang aerobic exercise is any physical activity that makes you sweat, okay, causes you to breathe harder, and gets your heart beating faster compared to when you are at rest. According to experts, the the higher the heart beats, okay, ibig sabihin daw po nun, the more intense the activity is. Okay? So pag tayo ay bumibilis ang ating ang tibok ng puso natin, ibig sabihin yung ginagawa natin activity ay hard din. Okay? So doon natin nasusukat if a certain activity is a light, a moderate, or a vigorous activity. So doing aerobic exercises regularly strengthens your heart and lungs and trains your cardiovascular system to manage and deliver oxygen more quickly and efficiently throughout your body. That is why aerobic exercise po is considered as one of the major activity that would enhance our cardiovascular endurance. Kasi it enables the body, especially the three major systems, which is the heart, the lungs, and the blood vessels to function efficiently. Okay? Pero sabi nga natin, it has a limit. Okay? An adolescent should exercise daw within 60 minutes a day. So regular po 'yon. That is for adolescents, okay? So, but for the oldest, for the senior citizens, they are not encouraged to regular activities kasi hindi na sila katulad ng mga adolescents na very active. Okay? So sa kanila, meron na mga limits, may mga restrictions na ang kanilang mga movements. Okay? So that is aerobic exercise. Okay? Next. So, I have here techniques. Paano ba natin malalaman or makukuha ang ating heartbeat? Paano malalaman if it's beating fast or slow? Or pag mag-activity tayo, especially cardiovascular activities, dapat kasi unang ginagawa is to get the pulse rate at rest. Okay? So, for techniques in getting the heartbeat per minute. So, saang part ba ng katawan natin makikita ang pulse rate ng ating heartbeat? Okay, number 1 in the list, I have the apical site. Okay, saan matatagpuan ang apical site? It is taken at the apex of the heart and can be sometimes be felt very clearly by placing the heel of the hand over the left side of the chest. Okay? So dito, gamit po ito, mararamdaman natin, merong tumitibok sa part na to. So ito po yung tinatawag natin apical site. Okay? So in this part, we can recognize or we can count or a heartbeat, and we can easily feel if it's beats faster or slow. Okay? So yan po yung tinatawag nating apical site. So one determinants po yan para mas measure natin ang ating heartbeat. The other part is the carotid pulse site. So pag sinabi natin carotid pulse site, it is taken from the carotid artery. It is located just beside the larynx using light pressure from the tips of the pointer and middle fingers. So remember, sabi dito, never use or check both carotid arteries at the same time. So using your middle finger and pointing finger, so kakapain niyo po siya dito sa ilalim ng ating baba. Okay, mapapansin niyo yan, just beside the larynx sa ating voice box. Okay, may nararamdaman ba kayo na pumipitik-pitik dyan? So, that is at pulse site. So, pwede natin dyan ma-determine ang pulse. Okay? Kung sabi dyan, remember, pakatandaan po natin, hindi pwedeng gamitin itong dalawa. Kasi ang mangyayari, wala kayong mararamdaman beat. Okay? So, ito po. So, this is the carotid pulse site. Okay? Now, moving on, we have the other pulse site, which is located at the radial pulse. Okay? So, ang radial pulse site naman natin is taken from the radial artery at the wrist. Okay? In line with the thumb. Okay? In line with the thumb. Okay? So, using the tips of the pointer and the middle fingers, ito po ulit, gagamitin natin. Okay? So, dito. So, this is the radial pulse site. Okay? Mararamdaman po natin dyan, meron dyan pumipitik. Okay? So, this is the most common pulse site na ginagamit natin. Okay? Ito yung laging ginagamit. Kasi mas madali pong makapa yung pulso. Okay? So, we have apical, we have carotid, we have radial, and then last but not the least, we have the temporal pulse site. So, sa temporal pulse site naman, this can be obtained from the left and right temple with light pressure from the tips of the pointer and middle finger. Okay? So, dito po siya. Sa ating sintido. Light lang po yung pag-touch natin o yung paghipo natin sa ating temporal or yung sintido. Kasi mararamdaman na natin meron siyang beat. Okay? So, yan po yung tinatawag natin temporal pulse site. Okay? So, yan po yung apat na locations in which we could be able to count our pulse rate. Okay? So, under aerobic exercise, we have what we call aerobic fitness. Okay? So, through aerobic exercises, we would be able to develop aerobic fitness within us. Okay? What is aerobic fitness? This is the ability of the body's cardiovascular systems to supply energy during continuous physical activities such as biking and running. So, ito yung mga activities that would enhance aerobic fitness. Okay, kung mapapansin natin, biking is one activity that would enhance our cardiovascular endurance. Kasi lalo na pag mga long distance biking and as well as running. So, talagang nagpe-perspire tayo dito ng marami. And at the same time, mas na-exercise yung puso natin, yung vascular system natin at yung lungs natin to pump efficiently. Kasi mapapansin natin, the more na nag-engage tayo sa mga activities like biking and running, mas nade-develop natin ang aerobic fitness. Okay? Mas na-endure natin yung mga activities at hindi tayo hinihingal. Okay? So, yan yung tinatawag nating aerobic fitness. Okay? Next, we have muscular strength naman. Under muscular strength, ano kaya yung mga activities na pwede nating gawin? So, under this, Okay? Let's still discussing about one of the parameters of physical fitness, which is the health-related fitness component. Okay? That is why I'm discussing about muscle strength. Okay? Muscular strength. So under muscular strength, we have here muscle strengthening exercises. Ito naman, one of the activities to be engaging in is the use of the body weight or elastic bands or weights. Okay? Ito ay the muscles, it involves a large muscle then in which it work against a resistance. Okay? So ano yung mga resistance na pwede natin gamitin? These are your body weight, your elastic bands kung meron kayo sa bahay, or weights. Okay, again, ang rule po natin sa weights is pag novice po tayo or baguhan, you may start with a light weights bago po tayo doon sa mabigat. Okay? So, start with lightweight muna and then bago tayo mag-add. So, yung principle of exercise natin, saka yung FITT principle. Please take that in mind kasi to avoid injury. Okay po? So, another muscular strength activity aside from muscle strengthening exercises, we also have the bone strengthening exercises. Ano naman ang bone strengthening exercises? Ito naman po is any weight bearing activity, any weight bearing that produces force on the bone. Okay? It is also important to overall health for children and adults. According to researches, ang sabi po dito, for a bone to be strengthened, naturally and normally, dapat ang bata ay nagre-range po or nasa edad na 18 to 25 years old. From that time, kasi ang bone natin ay may ability mag-calcify at ma-absorb ang kanyang yung maturity or development ng bone. Kapag below 18, hindi pa prescribe or hindi pa nire-recommend sa kanya ang mga mabibigat na force sa bone kasi maaring yun ang maging reason para mabalam ang kanyang growth. Okay? So, tandaan po natin yan. So, pag mabibigat na like this, like weight-bearing activities through the use of barbells or yung mga ibang jumping ropes, yan. Nagpo-produce kasi sila ng force sa bone na hindi lang yung muscle ang nade-develop, pati yung bone. But again, sabi ko nga, hindi pa required sa mga children and adults yung sobrang bibigat. From 18 to 25, yan yung pinaka-ideal age po to develop the bone. Okay? So para mag-engage tayo sa iba't ibang bone strengthening exercises na vigorous intensity. So for now, ang gagawin po muna natin is, pero ang mga senior high school ay nasa age range na po ng 18, 17, 18, ayan, pwede na po sila. But for those who belongs to 18 below, so you have to engage on light muna, light to moderate, okay? So that's all about muscular strength. How about muscular endurance? Pag sinabing natin muscular endurance naman, this is the ability of the muscles to exert max longer period of time. Okay, kung si muscular strength to release maximum force in a fast time or sa mabilisang oras, ito naman longer period. Okay, so one of the activities that would enhance muscular endurance, we have the resistance training. Okay, so ang resistance training, it is also referred to as weight training or strength training. It helps increase muscular strength and endurance. Okay? So, ang sabi dito, work your muscles by using resistance. So, what are the resistance na pwede natin gamitin? Okay, we have dumbbell or your own body weight. Okay? So, pwede tayo dito sa resistance training, you may have crunches. Yan. Pwede yung mga yan. Yan, mga push-ups, curl-ups, pull-ups. Yan, resistance training yan, mga yan. Pwede rin yung extended leg natin. Okay? Na inaangat. Okay? So, we are using our own body weight or a resistance material like dumbbell. Okay po, yan po yung tinatawag nating resistance training. So, weight training. So, we have next. Excuse me. So, we have also circuit training. So, ang circuit training naman, it is when you alternate between several exercises, usually 5 to 10 that target different muscle groups. Okay, when we say circuit training, this is involving 5 to 10 activities. For instance, you want to develop the upper arm. So, ready po tayo ng variety of activities, 5 to 10 activities na ang target lang po ay ang upper arm. For instance, in the picture I have here, meron tayo dito, okay, so flex arm, okay. Meron din tayo dito using a barbell, so, or dumbbells. In using the dumbbells, maraming activity na pwede kayong gawin dyan, okay. If you want to develop the biceps and the triceps, iba't ibang positions on how to use the dumbbells. So, yun po yung tinatawag nating circuit training. In 1 hour, makakagawa ka ng 5 to 10 activities that would target your main objective. For instance nga, sabi ko, the upper arm. So, kung upper arm ang main target natin, so you have to prepare 5 to 10 activities. So, may variety. Ang maganda sa circuit, tuloy-tuloy. So, meron ka lang mga interval na 10 seconds or 30 seconds every activity. Okay? So, sa circuit, mabilis yung improvement, mabilis yung result, kasi makikita natin may variety yung activity niya. And at the same time, nata-target yung specific. Okay? Take note of that specific body parts na gusto nating i-develop or i-improve. Okay po. Next. So, that is circuit training. So, meron din naman pag leg muscles ang gusto mong i-develop, so gagawa ka ng mga series of activities na involve ang paa, ang leg muscle natin. Okay? So, next, we have, okay. So, we're done with exercises or aerobic fitness. We're done with muscular strength, muscular endurance. Now, moving on, we have flexibility exercises naman. Okay. So, ang dami ko nang nabigay sa inyo, no? Na iba't ibang activities in which pwede nyong magamit to start with your anxiety gumawa ng fitness plan kasi ang dami nyo ng mga choices. Okay po? For instance, you want or your plan to have in a week, you plan to have a flexibility exercises na iiwasan yung boredom and at the same time, natututo tayo sa iba't ibang activities din. So, under flexibility, lang po tayo, number 1, we have static stretching. Ano yung tinatawag nating static stretching? So, pag sinabi po nating static stretching, we're referring to the movement or slowly ease into the position and hold for 10 to 30 seconds before slowly releasing the stretch. So, examples are given on the slide. So, dito sa picture, makikita natin. So, in this particular picture, ano ang ine-exercise natin? Kindly type in your answer. Parang gusto ko ng interaction. Okay? In this, the first picture, ano po ang dine-develop or gustong i-exercise nung babae? Anong body part ang gusto niya i-enhance? Kindly type in your answer. Gusto ko ng sagot. Okay, while waiting, shout out muna po, Daniela Sarmiento. Good morning po. Watching from Dibuluan National High School. 11, Gas Bonifacio. Wow. Saan to? Dibuluan National High School. Ano pong province kaya si Daniela Sarmiento? Okay? So, okay, ang dami ko mga STEM students. Okay, maraming salamat po for watching. Good morning, ma'am. From Ray J. Betita. Okay, nag-aantay po ako ng sagot. Anong body parts kaya ang gustong i-develop dun sa first picture natin? Niyang ma-develop or magkaroon ng flexibility sa first picture. Okay, kindly type in your answer. Ano kaya? Anong body parts? Type in your answers. So, from Andre Butak of 11 Exedu, San Rafael National Vocational High School. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Okay. Abad from STO Isabela po, ma'am. Wow. Okay. Isabela, ang nakakalayo na po tayo. Region 2. Ako po ay nanggaling from Isabela, San Mariano, Isabela. Shout out po sa mga estudyante na nanonood ngayon sa San Mariano, Isabela po. Okay? Wala pa ako nakikitang nagtatanong. In the first picture, yung babae po, the girl extending her right leg. Okay? Ano ang dinedevelop niyang body parts? Ano kaya sa tingin niyo? What specific body parts ang gusto niyang i-develop? Okay? So, wala akong nakikita. Okay. So, kung titignan po natin, if we will to observe her position, ang gusto po niyang i-develop at magkaroon ng flexibility ay ang kanyang hamstring muscle. Okay. Saan po matatagpuan yung hamstring muscle natin? It is located at the back of our legs. Yan po yung malaking muscle group na nasa likod ng ating paa. Okay? Ating hita, I should say. So, pag sinabi natin static stretching, you are stretching an specific body parts and you will hold it for 10 seconds up to 30 seconds before you release. Okay? So, paano natin ma-determine yung 10 to 30 seconds? Okay, pwede tayo magbilang or through the mind ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or yung movement ng second hand ng clock. So, yun ang pwede nating sundan. So, imaginary na lang, pwede mo mabilang. So, from 10 seconds up to 30 seconds, i-hold natin yung certain body part na yon and then release. Okay? So, yun po tinatawag nating static, slowly releasing the stretch. Okay? So, that's static. Now, there are two forms of static stretching. Ano kaya yung dalawang uri ng static stretching na pwede niyong pagpilian? So, number one kind of static stretching is active static. Wait lang po ha. Nagmamadali ang aking PowerPoint slide. Okay. So, number one is active static. Okay. Ano po ang ibig sabihin pag sinabi nating active static stretching? This form of stretching is used in yoga and martial arts. Okay. The stretch is held by the strength of the agonist muscles. Ano yung tinatawag nating agonist muscles? These are muscles responsible for the movement. Okay. Examples na pinapakita ko dito sa inyo is yoga. One of the best exercise na pwede nating gawin to develop and improve our flexibility fitness or flexibility ability is yoga. Okay? So, yung movement ng yoga, kung mapapansin natin, nagka-count parate siya ng minimum of 10 seconds. So, each movement, bibilangan mo siya sa utak lang natin ng 10 seconds. Okay? Yung iba 15, yung iba 20, yung iba 30. So, as well as in martial arts. Okay? Sa martial arts, ganun din. May sudden break or may sudden stop or halt yung mga movements para mas nare-reach nila yung potential ng kanilang body parts. Yung wide range ng body parts nila. So, that is active static. How about the other one? Okay? The other one is passive. If if the first example of static stretching is active, yun naman ay ang yoga at saka ang for martial arts. How about passive? So ang passive, during this type of stretching, you hold the limb. Okay? Hawak natin yung certain body part to perform stretch without any assistance, such as a bar or bands. Okay? So ang passive naman, ito, example. Okay? So exercises for the hamstring. Yan. So, hinahawakan natin yung certain body parts na yan to reach its wide range, okay? Yung full potential niya na ma-stretch or ang tawag to? Ma-fold, okay? So, dito din. So, hinahawakan natin. So, hino-hold din natin siya for a second, siguro mga 10 seconds din, 15, 20, 30. So, depende po sa atin. So, yan yung pinagkaiba. Sa active static, mapapansin nyo, hindi tayo humahawak ng certain body parts. Inaantay nating mag-move yung body parts sa kanyang full potential, full range. Okay? Kaya mapapansin nyo sa yoga, kapag nag-bend sila, bend, unti-unti. Until such time na ma-reach nila yung full capacity or full stretch ng katawan. While in passive, kailangan nating tulungan or i-hold yung certain body parts para ma-reach niya yung flexibility ability niya. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. Yung dalawang examples ng static stretching natin. So, again, under flexibility pa rin tayo. So, aside from static, we have another one, dynamic stretching. So, ano naman pinagkaiba ni dynamic stretching kay static stretching? So, when you say dynamic stretching, this is stretching with movement. Okay? So, we are stretching a certain body parts, but again, pwede tayong mag-move or tawag to? Mag-move in different directions. Okay? So, body transition. So, nagkakaroon ng transitions gradually into a position, and this movement is repeated as you increase your reach and range of motion. So, yun ang pinagkaiba ni static. Kay static stretching, you do not have to move from one place to another. Kay dynamic stretching, pwede kang magkaroon ng movement. Okay? You may move from one place to another, forward, back, sideward right, sideward left. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ng transitions. Yun nga lang, ang pinagkaiba ni dynamic stretching kay static, mas mabilis ma-reach yung full potential o yung range ng motion sa static. Okay? Compared with dynamic, kay dynamic, kailangan repeated muna siya. Inuulit-ulit muna dapat siya bago ma-reach yung range of motion ng body parts. So, yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawang flexibility exercises natin. Okay? Okay, hinga-hinga tayo. So, marami na, no? Dami na tayong activities na pwede nating ilagay sa ating fitness plan. Now, dito tayo sa pinaka-highlight ng ating lesson. Okay, you're done with choosing with the different exercises. Nakapili ka na ng muscular strength exercises mo. Meron ka ng flexibility exercises. At meron ka rin muscular endurance exercises. Now, the main question is, ano mo ba siya gawin? How hard those activities are you going to perform? So, malalaman natin yan sa intensity. So, again, kung babalikan natin yung last episode natin, when we say intensity, it answers the question, how hard the activity is. Gaano ba kabigat yung ginagagawin natin. So, pag sinabi natin intensity, may tatlo tayo, intensity. So, ang light intensity kasi, these are suited for the beginners, for the novice. Okay? Yung mga nag-uumpisa pa lang. So, again, when we say intensity, rate is being performed or the magnitude of the effort required to perform an activity or exercise. He thought of as how hard a person works to perform the activity. Okay? So, intensity. So, what are the three types of intensity? Number one, sabi ko nga, we have light intensity. So, sa light intensity, siguro, nag-ranges lang siya from 10 minutes. Involved ay nakakapagsahingal, may konting perspiration. Light. Bakit hindi ko na nilagay ang light dito? Because our main topic is from moderate to big. Sa atin, mga adolescent, ang suited sa inyong activity ay dapat nasa moderate na siya. So, nasa moderate range to vigorous intensity. Okay? So, ano yung sinasabi nating moderate intensity? I have here the table for a reference. So, pag sinabing moderate intensity, it approximately 3. Okay? So, nasa 3 to 6 yung kanyang moderate amount of effort and noticeably accelerates the heart rate. So, dito sa moderate, mapapansin natin, the person can still talk, may perspiration na, meron na siyang still nakakapagsalita pa rin siya. Okay? Nakakapagsalita, nakakapag-converse pa. So, examples of activity under moderate intensity are brisk walking. Okay? So, brisk walking, especially in the morning, maganda ito to develop cardiovascular endurance yan. Dancing. Okay? Example of moderate intensity, ang dancing. Kaya kung isa kang dancer, isa ito sa mga activities na pwede mong gawin sa iyong fitness plan. Okay? Next, we have gardening. Ang gardening, movements ng gardening like pagbubungkal ng lupa, okay? So, paggamit ng rake, pagtanggal ng mga dumi, yan, gardening. Domestic chores, okay? Household chores natin sa bahay. Yan. Traditional hunting and gathering. Yan. Active involvement in games and sports with children or walking domestic animals. So yan, lagi itong ginagawa ng ating mga yung mga nasa old age natin, nagpapalakas sila ng mga alagang aso or alagang hayop. So general building tasks like roofing, touching, and painting. So carrying or moving moderate loads from 20 kilograms or maximum of 20 kilograms. So yan po ay tinatawag na moderate intensity. Okay? So po, reminder lang po ulit, ang isang adolescent po ay nire-require or prescribe na magkaroon ng 60 minutes regular physical vigorous intensity. Kasi nagkakaroon ng mas malaking amount of effort ang kinakailangan. Okay? Dito, the person has perspirations, meron rapid breathing, and substantial increase in heart rate. And at the same time, kung magsasalita, may mga poses na stop. Mag-pause bago siya magsalita kasi hindi nakakayanin. Okay? So what are the activities under vigorous intensity exercises? Okay? Running, walking or climbing briskly up a hill. Okay? So may pinagkaiba, no? May pagkakaiba yung brisk walking sa plain surface at saka doon sa elevated. So pag elevated like hill, mapapansin natin mas bumibilis yung heartbeat natin kasi may effort. Okay? So yung bigat o yung effort na dinadala natin sa paglalakad ng elevated space or elevated space, mas double yung effort like on sa flat surface lang. So fast cycling, okay? Aerobics din, if it's 30 to 1 hour aerobic activity, okay, vigorous na yan. Tapos ang movements ay mabibilis, okay? So yung effort na ginagawa natin doon sa movements, maaring, okay? Competitive sports and games. These are traditional games, yung mga usual na ginagawa natin, mga laro natin. We have football, volleyball, basketball. Then, heavy shoveling or digging ditches. Okay? Pag ito naman sa bahay, mga chores natin. Carrying or moving heavy loads higher than 20 kg. Kalaki ng pinagkaiba ng moderate intensity sa vigorous. Now, ang magdedetermine ng ating intensity ay ang ating heartbeat. Tsaka kung nakikita natin yung hingal, okay? So, napapansin natin mabigat na or in na yung ating movements na ginagawa. Okay, tingnan natin ano ba ang target heart rate kapag moderate to moderate intensity to vigorous. So your target heart rate should be between 4% to 76% of your maximal heart rate. Dapat daw nandiyan lang. Okay, kung matitingnan natin 60 to 75%. Okay, you can estimate your maximum heart rate based on your age. So, paano ba yung training heart rate? So, heart rate, napakadali natin kunin. We have the maximal heart rate, which is 220. Ayan na po. So, 220, you subtract 220 from that of your age, your present age. If you are 18 years old, so 220 subtract sa 18, your answer is 218, ay 202. So, ang 202 po, okay? So, dito makikita natin yung 64% ng 170 times 0.64, yung 64% na minimum, dapat nasa 109 beats per minute ang heart rate. Maximum, which is 76%, dapat nag-range siya ng 129 beats per minute para ma-consider siyang moderate intensity. And sa vigorous intensity naman, kung titignan natin, ito ay for 50 years old yung sample na binigay ko ha. Pero sa edad po ninyo ay 18. So, isusubtract nyo lang yung age ninyo sa maximal heart rate na 220. Now, sa vigorous naman, 93% ang maximum heart rate. Okay, napakataas, no? So, sa parang sa 50 years old, ito sa 35 years old naman, ang kanyang 77% ay nasa 142 beats per minute. Samantalang ang 93% or maximum niya for vigorous intensity ay 172 beats per minute. Ganun kataas, no? So makikita natin yan, mapapansin natin, mayroon na yung factor ng hingal, ganyan-ganyan. Now, this is our main agenda. Okay? Or you plan for a fitness plan. Okay? Ano ba ang purpose ng fitness plan sa atin? So, pwede natin itong maging guide. Meron tayong parang Bible natin na sinusundan on how to use maximum of our body parts and capacity. So, dito nakita nyo, ito yung mga sinabi ko kanina. So, under aerobic, again, mamili ka na ka, alin dyan. Muscular endurance, ganun din, maglalagay ka din dyan. Again, may nakalagay dito yung FITT principle natin. Frequency is anong frequency? Gaano kadalas? Gaano kadalas mo gagawin? Is it 3 to 5 days a week? 2 to 3 times a week? Ganon. So, once a week. So, yan, that is frequency. So, sa intensity ninyo, ang intensity niya, load. So, ilang yung load ninyo sa intensity. Then we have time. Sa time naman, is it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Then type of exercise, ayun na, yung mga binanggit ko kanina. Okay. So, ang wala lang sa mga binanggit natin ay yung balance. Okay? So, ayan. Makakapag-come up na kayo ng inyong sariling fitness plan. So, napaka napakadali na lang para sa inyo kasi nabigay na sa inyo yung mga dapat. Now, okay, meron ako dito additional activity. May daily physical activity log. A week. So, ang gagawin niya lang dito ay moderate or vigority. Nasaan na ba yung activities natin? Okay, bigyan nyo nga ako. Kayo ang magta-type. Okay? So, dito sa activity na to, my daily physical activity log, I want you to type in exercise, okay, or physical activities would fall under moderate intensity. Now, I need your answers. You type in your answers sa ating comment box. Bigyan nyo nga ako ng iba't ibang activities under moderate intensity. Okay? Anyone? Kindly type in your answer. Ang inyong on how to identify activities or hello po. Asan na ang ating mga viewers? So, I have here, sige, mag-shout out ako saglit para mabuhayan sila ng loob. Ito from Legi, Salvador, of San Rafael National and Vocational High School. So, ang dami nila. San Rafael Vocational High School din, si Christian Fabian Guillen. In activities under to vigorous intensity. Okay? So, may mga nabanggit ko lang kung nakinig ba sila. Okay po? So, I think nag-freeze na ang ating comments sa ating Facebook Live. Okay? Let's move on. So, bibigay po natin yan na. So, we have here, so under moderate intensity activity, so again, isa-isay natin, this consists of your household chores, brisk walking, dancing, ayan, yung mga brisk walking, walk naman yung ating aerobic activities. So, brisk walking. I hope that is clear to vigorous intensity. Now, moving assessment. So, okay, number 1. So, just you to breathe how you are at rest. So, letter B, and seen any song answer for that is letter B, aerobic. So, we have question number and crunches and work it A, cardio training. Letter D, resist training. Okay. What is the answer for question number 2? Question number 2, the answer is, so the answer for question number 2 is resistance training. Okay? So examples of that are weightlifting, push-ups, crunches. You are working towards or against a resistance. So number 3, which one refers to stretching movement wherein the body transitions gradually into a position and movement is repeated as reach and range of motion is reached? Okay, letter A, active stretching. Letter B, dynamic stretching. Letter C, passive stretching. And letter D, static stretching. What is the answer for number 3? Which one refers to the stretching wherein the body transitions gradually to position? Okay, the answer is, okay, balikan ko lang. So the answer for number 3 is active stretching. Next, number 4. So what type of exercise is it when you cannot say more than a few words without pausing for a breath? Okay, so what is the answer for this? What is the intensity? Okay, so moderate intensity. And last but not the least, question number 5 is, which one is taken from the radial artery at the wrist? Okay, ito yung mga points natin, no? Or positions ng body natin kung saan matatagpuan yung mga heartbeat natin. In line with the thumb using the tips of the pointer and middle fingers. So is it letter A, apical site, B, carotid pulse site, letter C, radial pulse site, and letter D, temporal pulse site? Okay, the answer for that is, okay, may clue na po tayo dyan. The answer is radial pulse site. So much for that. Galing, no? Lahat yan, natapos natin on this week number 3. So, iwan ko lang sa inyo to. Okay, fitness is like a relationship. You can't cheat and expect it to work. Okay? So again, napakadaling intindihin. Ang fitness ay parang relationship yan, isang relasyon. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-cheat or mangaliwa. Kasi, at tapos mag-expect ka ng result or outcome. So ang fitness ay tinatrabaho yan. Okay? Pinaghihirapan, inaalagaan katulad ng relationship. Okay? Hindi mo kailangang maghanap pa ng iba, mag-cheat or magsinungaling or gumawa ng activities para lang ma-overcome yung gusto mong maging outcome. Okay? So ang fitness ay pinaghihirapan at ginugugulan ng panahon and hard work. Okay? So isa naman pong makabuluhang linggo para sa ating Health Optimizing Physical Education. Again, ako po si Tutor Liz. Samahan niyo po ako uli next week. But for the meantime, samahan niyo po ang aming mga kasamahan na nasa English para po sa ating Itulay online tutorials.